Hey there everyone, welcome back to the Dan Cave and welcome to part number 2 of the 1/12 scale Renault RE20 from Tamiya. So part 1 covered getting that kind of massive body shell painted, decaled 2K'd, all that really good stuff. This time around it's onto the monocoque and starting with the front end of the monocoque, so working on front suspension, front arms, steering, bits like that, and getting the kind of top and bottom halves of the monocoque put together and pedal box, things like that. So as this is going to be a pretty long video series, there's not really much more I can say about this part. This part is just all about getting those kind of key parts of the build put together, kicking on from where we left off with all the body work done while that's been sat away and curing. So yeah, let's not hang about. Let's dive on over and let's see how I get on in this particular video. So I'll be back at the end for final thoughts and all that good stuff. So sit back and enjoy yourselves. So here we go, diving into some more parts from the sprue. This time we're getting all the parts together for the front end, the pedal box, sorry, just grabbing my notes, excuse the rustling. So yeah, so we're just grabbing all the parts for pedal box, front suspension, steering as well, steering rack as well, that's going to go in. Usual cleanup. A few ejector pin marks that need a little bit of filler and a little bit of sanding. Just adding some filler to those injector pin marks. They're not going to be highly visible, they're going to be hidden behind bodywork, but as is usual, I'll know they're there, so they're worth a little bit of filler just to clean them up. And because it's a thin layer of filler, it doesn't take long to cure and they can be sanded back. And then they can be brought over to be primed with UMP black. So as you know, big fan of the UMP black primer. Goes down very, very well. Couple of coats. Produces a nice self-leveling finish. I'm also using some gloss black as well on some of the parts. Gloss black is a great base for metallics, and of course on this particular part of the kit there's going to be a lot of metallics used. A variety of alclads, some LPs as well, and some Mr. Hobby Super Metallics, but we're starting off with some alclad, which is some stainless steel, which I think is for the inner part of the steering rack, which in Tamiya's wisdom they've tried to make adjustable or movable. It doesn't work very well. Now using some alclad, I think it's dull aluminium I've gone for, or flat aluminium. Again, produces an absolutely lovely finish. Not as hard wearing as maybe the Super Metallics. Tends to go better over black than any other colour. Here we've got some LP 38, I think. Just gunmetal. And then we've got some semi-gloss black parts as well. So yeah, lots of work over in the spray booth. Once all that's done, fully cured, there's a little bit of assembly for a steering rack. And then that passes through two side walls for the front pedal box, front bulkhead. There's some spacers as well, which help set the distance. And then there's a couple of transverse pieces, which again, that will help set the distance between the two sidewalls. So those slot into place very, very easily. And once they slot in, some UMP, some Tamiya extra thin will get flowed along the joint, and they will cure absolutely perfectly. So even though they are painted, the Tamiya extra thin will work absolutely fine on those joints. So the front rocker arms are next. Today, of course, were, as already mentioned, painted in gunmetal. There's the assembly of the actual spring and shock absorber, and that goes together using a screw through the top. They then slot in between the two uprights, and a much longer screw gets inserted through and screwed in place. So they do remain movable, but at least for the moment anyway, until everything is screwed together from the bottom a little bit later. So progressing on to the rest of the lower part of the monocoque. So it's been primed in white, then got some yellow on it. I forgot to do that body colour in part 1. It's hidden behind the remainder of bodywork, but it does need to be sprayed in body colour yellow. So once that's cured, it's masked up, and gone back in with some black primer, as the remainder of this will be a mixture of semi-gloss black and metallic colours. So again, once that black is cured, I think I use LP70, which is gloss aluminium. And then there, of course, is the transverse piece which goes across. I think that's where the radiators will get mounted a little bit later, but that needs to be slotted in place, and a little bit of Tamiya extra thin just to cure that in position. And the front foot box can then be slotted in to the lower part of the monocoque. Again, that slots in absolutely fine. The fit is as you'd expect from a Tamiya kit. Very, very good. So there is some cabling to add in as well, as per the instructions, and the pedals get added as well. And then we can go back to work on the very front piece of the bulkhead, onto which the brake reservoir will also get mounted as well. So it's back over to the spray booth, once all those parts have been primed in black, and it's back to spraying some metallics. And I think I've gone for probably another aluminium shade. Actually, it's LP70 again, so that's gloss aluminium in the Tamiya LP range. The front suspension mounts are semi-gloss black. And the attachments for the brake reservoir as well, they get popped into place. It's a little bit of clear tubing. I'll need to adjust this later. It's a little bit over length at the moment. That just slides down onto the attachment point. And then, of course, the back of the bottle. Not overly pleased with how the bottle has come out. I think it's too much of a yellow. I should have gone for a clear yellow colour. But nonetheless, that's what I've got with, and hindsight is a wonderful thing. So anyway, once all that's complete, that forward bulkhead can be popped into place. I think once again I use some Tamiya extra thin, and then the lower part of the shock absorber can be screwed in place. So at this point, there's basically the lower half completed. There's a couple of smaller pieces that add to the front, the upper rocker arms. And then it's back over to spray booth to do some more priming for the upper part of the monocoque. So once again, this has been primed in UMP black. Not going for the gloss black on this, as this is not going to be the shiniest of metallic finishes. And there are a few parts which will remain in UMP black once it's fully cured. But yeah, once the primer is done, there's some masking to do to mask up the areas that are going to remain black. Mainly the sides of the rear section and a couple of side panels for inside the driver's cockpit area. And it's Tamiya tape,
is the tape of choice once again. To start off outlining the area using the 1, 2 and 3 mil tape, and then fill everything in using the bigger sized tapes. And it's back over to spray this in. Just checking my notes. I think it's LP70 again. Just gloss aluminium. Which is a very nice colour. And then once that's cured, there's a few areas are going to be done in LP61, which is metallic grey, so some more masking. Those areas can then be sprayed. So once all that's cured, it's back over to the bench to remove the masking tape. The process that takes about an hour to do takes seconds to undo. And of course, carefully peeling it off to make sure we don't run the risk of lifting any paint. So there we have it. So there is a decal for inside. Again, just pop that in place. Squeeze out any excess liquid. And there's the addition of the gear lever. Just painted and detailed off camera. And once that's in place, there's a couple of connections to go on top of the monocoque. So I think they were painted an alclad silver base, topped off with clear red to give that anodized red look. They look absolutely spot on. And then this upper section, I have some of the cabling fed through into the cockpit area. And then the upper and lower halves can be joined together in some kind of permanent way. So there's a little bit of springiness in the plastic. They don't quite sit flush together. So they do need a little bit of persuasion to stay together. So I'm going to use some clamps. But once it's clamped together, it'll be absolutely fine. Leave any glue to cure. I think I've used Tamiya Extra Thin again. But this is essentially, we're going to stop with part 2, which is the monocoque and pedal box and front suspension completed, and head back on over to me for my final thoughts for this build.
So there we have it. That's part 2 completed. So as you can see, there's a significant number of shades of metallics used. Lots of alclads, LPs, some super metallic, some Mr. Hobby super metallics. That's them. But as you can imagine, this is part 2. We've only just got the monocoque done. Bodywork's done in part 1. So there's going to be a fair number of parts in this video build. So there's not really much to summarize at the moment, other than I'm happy with the progress so far. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe. If you like the video, give it a like. Feel free to leave a comment down below as well. So yeah, so thank you all for watching, and look out for part number 3 coming very, very soon. Bye for now.